Welcome, seasoned veterans of the adventure and newcomers alike. Got something special for you today. So, over on the Adventurous stream, over on Twitch and Kick, if you're feeling adventurous, you should check us out. Be part of the adventure. We have a viewer that is really good at stirring the excrement pot, and somehow he keeps managing to avoid licking the spoon. But this time he managed to get me into a phone call with seasoned atheist edgelord Matt Dilahunty and Aron Ra over on this channel called The Line, I think it is. And I took the opportunity because there's something that the new atheists regularly avoid that I think is a crucial chip in their armor, a crucial crack in the entire crux of their whole argument. The new atheists constantly assert that society would be better off without God, to the ever-increasing opposite evidence. And I decided I wanted to confront them on that. So I did. And when I did, what I got, instead of an answer on any evidence they had for why they think society would be better off without God and why they try to push God out of society, I instead got deflection, straw man, roundabout nonsense, and other various logical fallacies, both formal and informal, all the way up to being called a smug prick by Matt Dilahunty himself, which I wear as a merit badge. So we're going to go through this video, and I'm going to point out some of the things that I think are truly demonstrative of the utter lack of intellectual credibility of the new atheists, Matt and Aron specifically. Join me on an adventure, will you?
In my knowledge, I will say that I know that God does not exist to the same degree and for the same reasons that I know leprechauns do not exist. But I wouldn't say that I have absolute knowledge that leprechauns do not exist. It's just, it's so extremely unlikely that it borders on absolute.
Uh-oh, those kids are after me, Lucky Charms!
The God to leprechaun comparison is a deliberate bad faith comparison meant to mock and deride the opposing viewpoint. In reality, no reasonable intellectual would make the comparison because one is basically completely unsupported folklore and the other has millions of scholarly man-hours dedicated to its study and pursuit, wherein there is excellent historical and logical argumentation. If you claim to be a man of intellect, make an argument, instead of insulting the opposition with disingenuous bad faith comparison.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to find out is this. You guys spend so much time attacking the theist position. You spend so much time. Isn't that what you're doing here?
No, I'm doing a call-in show where people are asked what they believe and why.
No, I'm doing a call-in show where blah, 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 blah. Matt is talking out of both sides of his mouth here. In the context of this conversation, it's obvious that when I say attack, that is synonymous with offer a counter argument, or explain why I disagree, or any other verbiage you could use. Inside the context of the conversation, it all means the same thing. And Matt knows that, but he plays these semantic games so that inside the context of the conversation, he can appear morally and intellectually superior. When in reality, he's just weaseling out of the question.
It took two empty stomachs to get two hungry weasels to pray.
If one of them ever has a legitimate good reason to believe in a God, then we change our mind. I used to believe. Now I don't.
Yeah, me too.
If I heard a good argument, I'd be a theist. I'm calling bullshit. I'm outright calling Matt and Aron liars here. Because tons of outstanding argumentation exists for the existence of, at minimum, a God. One would not have to admit it's the Christian God in order to be logically consistent, but if one is acquainted with the evidence and research, you quickly realize that there is no logical grounds to be an atheist. Whether it's the cosmological argument, the genesis of life argument, the consciousness argument, fine-tuning, the human observation argument, you literally have to ignore mountains and mountains of scientific research and argumentation and logic and just the basic fundamental capacity to observe. You literally have to ignore all that evidence, and you have to have more faith than theists have that there is not a God to take an atheistic position. Logically, at best, you can claim to be agnostic, but there is no stable ground to claim atheism. Certainly none better than Christianity has to support itself.
Earlier on this very show, this very stream, in fact, some of the calls I was in queue for, you were asking people if they think it's better to believe a lie. And you were saying that the lie they believed was that God exists. Is that wrong?
Yeah. I don't remember those exact words. I do believe that God is a lie, and I think it's a completely detrimental lie. So I'll cop to that.
12 seconds later.
Okay, but so let me point something out here. I believe it was you, Aaron, that just admitted that you think that God is a lie and a detrimental lie. And previous to admitting that, you said that my question did not make any sense because of the nature of the show, yet I called in to debate something that one of the show's hosts believes. Now, can we talk about why you want to disprove God in society and why you think that's better, or can't we?
Hang on.
These two
you called in
such
to say, why is it better to destroy belief in God?
Pricks.
And now you're saying that you called in to discuss something one of the hosts believes. Which one of us believes that the goal is to destroy belief in God?
Especially after both of us said it
isn't. Not just say that.
No, he didn't just say that. He didn't just say that. What he said was that he believes that God is a lie and a harmful lie, but he did not say that it is better to destroy belief in a God.
This show is about you calling us to prove God exists. It's like, then why'd you take my fucking call in the first place?
Fine. We'll go down this rabbit hole if you want to.
Okay, hang on. Hey, excuse me, Mr. Adventurous. If you're going to be a smug prick, we don't have to go down any rabbit holes.
Aron says, I don't remember those exact words. But that is the stance you have taken constantly, multiple times, both in this stream, in the stream that we're clipping this call from, and on your channel. Why are you weaseling, Aron? Why are you so weaselly this way? I believe it's a lie, and a completely detrimental lie. So you admit that your position, that your belief, aligns with the premise of my question. So you and Matt have spent the last 4 minutes weaseling about, avoiding answering a question. Why would you do that? So despite me cornering them and Aron admitting that his beliefs align with the premise of my question, instead of engaging with the question as would be, the good faith thing to do, Matt continues to act like that never happened. He says that I said something I never said and completely dodges the entire topic, all while condescending me and eventually engaging in completely unnecessary ad hominem. Both of these men have asserted throughout their career that they think religion as a whole is a lie, that they do not believe God is real, and that society would be better off without God. Yet when asked to present evidence for that argument, they dodge the question, They act smug while accusing others of such, and they demonstrate that they have no intellectual integrity or merit in the process. The new atheists are pretenders to the throne of intellectualism. They are a movement of narcissistic midwits who lack the intellectual capacity to understand the argumentation of their opponents, and so they feign a higher position while acting as if they are correct the whole time. They're much like the famous donkey in the fable who insists to the king of the forest that the grass is blue. If you think these people are smart, I implore you to reconsider. If you think atheists are logical, I urge you to inform yourself about the argument for God. Not even the Christian God, just some creator. And then ask yourself, is atheism even remotely logical?
We're here for you to explain why we should believe in a God. Would you like to do that, or would you like to say goodbye?
I guess I'd like to say goodbye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Who could have seen that coming?
Just absolutely
Couldn't
Here we
answer
go.
my question.
Howie in Australia, pronouns are
Couldn't
he, him,
answer my
says he can
question
prove the
at
existence
all.
of multiple gods from the Bible.
This call just confirmed everything I believe about atheists in general. Like, they straight up... Did you guys see that? I am so glad I waited in that fucking queue to talk to these smug fuckers. They wouldn't even engage with the question. They both believe and have espoused at different points in their career that they think society would be better off not believing in God, and they wouldn't even engage with the question. What a bunch of cowardly, disingenuous suck dicks. Oh, God. Oh. Aron Ra, Matt Dilahunty, you are both fucking cowards. You have the intellectual credibility of a squirrel, and it is pathetic that people put any level of trust in you. This has been the Adventurous stream. This has been Adventurous Politics. We'll see you on the next adventure.